Applications can be published from both server and desktop-based VDAs. Using server-based VDAs is the recommended approach for most applications and use cases in order to provide maximum scalability. In Citrix Studio, I have two machine catalogs, one consisting of Windows Server 2012 systems and one of Windows 8 desktop systems. I'll click Delivery Groups and create a delivery group for the Windows Server 2012 machine catalog. I'll click Next on the welcome screen, and I'll select the number of machines to assign from the machine catalog, and click Next. I'll select Applications for the delivery type. Note that selecting desktops and applications would make available a published desktop in addition to any published applications. Now I'll click Next. I'll add in all domain users and then click Next to proceed. A list of applications are discovered from one of the VDAs and presented to us. If no applications are shown in your environment, check that at least one VDA in the catalog is currently powered on and registered with a controller. To publish the applications, we simply select one or more and then proceed. Note that we can also add applications manually. Publishing applications manually allows us to specify additional details, such as a command line argument. I'll click Next. I'll name the delivery group and then click Finish. To publish additional applications, I can...
Hey, I thought I'd do a video to help you with the Citrix Receiver. Basically, Citrix Receiver is the tool that you'll use to access your applications that you have there in the office. Applications like Computer Ease, Bidwinner, Microsoft Office, those suite of apps that you use on a daily basis, and also access to your Sparky drive share can be available on your home machines, on your laptops, on your iPads, on your Androids, whatever device you want to use. You can get to those apps. So here's the simple instructions. Now I'm using a preview of Windows 10. But the nice thing is whether if you're on a Mac or a PC, it really doesn't matter. The instructions are essentially the same. So you're seeing Windows 10 for kind of well, maybe for the first time. It's for the first time for me. So we'll just figure this out together, and we'll see what happens. So the first thing you need to do is open up your browser. I'm using Spartan, which is the new browser in Windows 10. It's codenamed Spartan right now, and when it's released, I guess it's going to be called Edge. And the big deal with this new version of Explorer, and I know I'm kind of going on a tangent, but in case you want to see it, is it gives you the ability to do screenshots and annotate on your web page and then save those. So that's kind of cool. And then there's a whole bunch of other things, but that's the big feature that everybody's talking about. Well, anyway, on your computer, whether it's a Mac or a Windows machine, basically you just go to and I'll have links below, so just look right below this video and you'll see the links. But if you're on a PC or Mac, it basically is citrix.com/go/receiver, and you'll see some shortcut links that I've given you that you can get there pretty quickly and easily. You can also get to this link or this application on the Google Play Store, and there's a link below for that, and also on the iTunes Store or iCloud Store, whatever you call it in Apple's world. You can get to those links below as well. So anyway, once you get there, just download the receiver. This website is pretty cool because it senses what device you're coming from, whether it's a Windows device or a Mac device, and it'll give you the version that you need. So my Citrix receiver is downloading now, and I'll fast forward after it's installed. Alright, well, I'm back. We're about at 100%, so the client has completed its install. So basically I'm just going to run the install. So just like on a Windows 7 machine, Windows XP machine, or just follow the same instructions on a Mac. You just double click on the icon, and the Citrix receiver downloads and installs. So we're going to go through the Citrix receiver setup. It's very simple. You just click next, accept the license agreement, install. Alright, and it looks like the receiver has installed successfully. And so what we're going to do at this point is add an account, and basically we're going to tell the Citrix receiver how to connect to the server back at your office. So I'm going to grade this out, but basically look in your help site right below this video. There's a link that has a yellow background and black text there. That's going to identify your URL, your server address that you'll need to type in. Make sure you use HTTPS. So I'm going to type that in, and then we'll continue. Okay, so we have our server address typed in, and then we'll click next. And once we click next, then it tells me that the account has been added successfully. So once the account is added successfully, we can close the web browser, and you'll notice on your computer it should bring up the Citrix receiver. If it doesn't, you'll just have to go down to your start menu and locate the Citrix receiver, and then type in the domain and your username. So it's going to be reliable / your username, the same username that you use to log into your network, and then your network logon password will go into the password box. So I'll let you type that in, and then I'll be right back. Alright, so we have our username and password logged in. I'm using a username of Xen1, but you all individually have your own usernames if you're on the list to have access to Xen. So type that in there, and then click log on. And once the server authenticates you, over here to the left you have this plus. You can click to add apps, and then go up and select all applications to show all applications that are available to you, and then select the applications that you're interested in using. And what this is going to do is when you select these applications, it's going to add it to your start bar. It's going to add it to your Windows desktop on your computer. So let's say that I want to use Word from the Office. I want to use Excel from the Office. I also want to be able to access Bidwinner from the Office, Computer Ease from the Office, and the Windows Explorer is your Sparky drive. So you'll be able to see all of your network drive shares. So we've added those applications here to your quick launch. If you wanted to get rid of one, you can just right click and then remove. Okay, so now that we have our applications, it may take, I don't know, maybe 2 to 5 minutes for all of these applications to populate in your start bar. But you'll notice on my Windows 10 machine, it'll look the same way on your Windows 7 machine, or even on your iMac or iPad. You'll begin to see these applications that are showing up in your start bar. So now that they're in your start bar, we can launch Computer Ease just by clicking on this icon. And this Citrix receiver application needs to stay installed on your computer, but it no longer needs to open or be open anymore. So we're opening up Computer Ease, and it's making connection back to Reliable Electric. It's authenticating, and then it presents the application just as if it's installed on your PC. So that's how that works. So when you're finished, we just click cancel or the X, and I'll show you again. We'll just launch this application. Go to all apps, and we'll go to Citrix XenApps. I don't have the Citrix client open, remember, so I'm clicking on that, and that automatically opens up the Citrix receiver in the background. It makes all of the connection information, and then you have Computer Ease. I don't have login credentials, but you have your own credentials. You log in there, and you'll be able to see your Computer Ease data. Now the other nice thing about this, and then I'll let you have fun with this. But now that's here in your start bar, you can always right click and you can pin to your taskbar, which puts it down here. Or you can always, I know in Windows 7, you can right click on this and say, save to your desktop. So you can do that as well. So in Windows 10, we can pin it to our start, which allows it to populate here. But anyway, those are shortcuts. So now if I need to get to Computer Ease, I can just click on my shortcut either on my desktop or my taskbar, and now Computer Ease opens up and I can get to my information from anywhere. So it's pretty useful. One of the other issues or requests that was made, so as you guys have issues and you like things added, please talk to Mike or Joe, and they'll get them to me. But one of the things that everyone wanted was to be able to get to the Sparky drive. So what I clicked on is the XenApp Windows Explorer, and I may rename that to XenApp Sparky. That way it makes sense to you. But when you click on that, it again makes a Citrix receiver connection, and then gives you access to the Sparky drives there in the office. So I think what you're used to is the data are there. So you double click on that, and you'll be able to see your data and manipulate your files. And then when you're finished, you just click the X and off you go. Now remember, this is the same as using a PC in the office, so be careful with your deletes, be careful with your drags and all that. When you finish, you want to make sure you log off and you secure your user account, your logon account with your computer, because you don't want anybody else coming behind you and having access to company information. Well, anyway, so that's what I got. Hopefully the video was helpful, and turns out the Windows 10 is pretty cool. I made it through this. Honestly, I did that for the first time right here. Kind of took a chance with it, and the thing didn't crash. I'm impressed. I kind of like it.